maxi road. Here you are now. Listen to maxi road. Here you are now. Listening to maxi road. Here you are now. Listen to road. Here maxi road. Listening equovil.
And today it's more about like which of the 5 available solutions that already exist am I going to pick. And in many cases this is like concentrating into monopolies. Like you would say, okay, where do I publish my photos? Of course I publish more open, and there were much more niches you could fill. And yeah, I was mainly part of online communities that were concerned with music and music creation, music exchange, knowledge sharing about how to make music, organizing events and all these kinds of things. Since
God, can you take this seriously?
There's rich potential for live coding in pop music. Live coding is a pathway to real-time sound manipulation, a valuable tool in the areas DJ Dave and Little Data highlight and beyond. The performance of modern pop, particularly electronic music, is still reliant on direct audio playback and lacks responsive performance options in comparison to traditional instrumental music. Live coding's low-level manipulability clearly embodies this responsiveness. In pop songwriting and production, where creative reactivity and communication is expected to be notoriously fast, especially at the corporate commercial level, live coding represents a tantalizing alternative to DAW-based editing and improvisation. Perhaps one day, tidal cycled instant processing will be as commonplace in songwriting camps as obstructive audio comping tasks or vague vocal jamming are now. Both DJ Dave and Little Data describe how live coding's tropes variously inspire excitement and confusion.
know who wrote Yeah, we get excited every time he drops a new video. Leah, do you like Brad Trammell? Leah does know who Brad Trammell is. Yeah, she subscribes to his Patreon through 2 different accounts. Okay. I love you guys. Sorry, I'm running. Love you, Discord. This is...
Can you take this seriously?
instead being vulnerable and this made you actually vulnerable, right? To trolls, to, to all sorts of things. And instead I was just being my real self vulnerable, right? To trolls, to all sorts of things. And instead I was just being my real self in group chats with my friends where, yeah, if I had like a banger joke, it wasn't gonna go viral. But also there wasn't that overhead of who may be seeing this that might have a different interpretation of what I'm trying to say, or, just what could go wrong is more limited. So I just expressed that emotion in the way that I was trying to wrestle with it, and I saw problems with this too. I saw problems.
And in many cases, this is concentrating into monopolies. Like you say, okay, where do I publish my photos? Of course, more open, there are much more niches you could fill. And yeah, I was also part of online communities that are concerned with music and music creation, music exchange, knowledge sharing about how to make music, organisms, and since no platforms existed at that point in time, every community kind of had to come up with their own way.
God, can you take this